What you're about to learn may be quite shocking. It may completely disrupt your ideals and beliefs about reality. If you chose to watch this video, then you have been led here for a reason, and that reason could be because it is time for you to open your eyes to the true reality we live in. What if I told you that consciousness, the intelligence and awareness behind all that is, exist far beyond the physical form we know as human? For many of us, the idea of being conscious is inseparable from having a physical body and a brain. But consciousness, true awareness, is not limited to the material world. There are intelligences that exist without physical bodies. These are non-physical intelligences, entities or energies that are fully conscious, yet unbound by the constraints of matter. This isn't a new idea. Philosophers, mystics, and visionaries throughout history have spoken about the interconnectedness of consciousness and its ability to transcend the physical. Edgar Cayce, often called the sleeping prophet, believed in the existence of spiritual realms filled with conscious entities. He claimed that through altered states of awareness, he could communicate with higher intelligences, gaining profound insights about the nature of life, the universe, and the human soul. Similarly, thinkers like Emanuel Swedenborg described entire spiritual worlds populated by beings who could offer guidance and wisdom. He believed that the physical and spiritual worlds were deeply intertwined and that anyone could access these realms with the right awareness. Carl Jung, a pioneer of psychology, explored the idea that myths and archetypes, like fairies and elementals, are symbolic expressions of universal consciousness. To him, these symbols weren't just figments of the imagination, but windows into deeper truths about the psyche and the collective awareness that connects all life. Non-physical intelligences can take many forms. Some are what we call spirit guides, higher selves, angels, or even the universal consciousness itself. Others are beings deeply connected to nature, such as elementals, gnomes, and fairies. Elementals, for example, are said to embody the essence of nature's elements. Gnomes are thought to care for the earth, while fairies are guardians of the plants and animals. These beings may exist in dimensions just slightly out of sync with our own, yet they are conscious, aware, and sometimes even willing to interact with those who approach with respect and openness. But here's the deeper truth. Gnomes, fairies, and similar beings are not separate entities in the way we think of individuals. They are symbols, archetypes, that represent the living awareness governing the natural forces they are connected to. The earth, the water, the air, it's all alive and conscious. These symbols help us understand and interact with that awareness in ways our minds can grasp. Think of these intelligences as currents in an invisible ocean of energy, always present, always aware, and capable of connection with us, if we know how to listen. In this video, we'll explore how you can open yourself to communicate with these intelligences. The idea that we can communicate with other intelligences, whether they're spirit guides, elementals, or the greater awareness behind nature, might sound far-fetched at first. But think about it. Communication doesn't always have to be words or even sounds. It can be a feeling, a sudden thought, or even a shift in energy that you just know is meaningful. To connect with these intelligences, it's not about trying to force something to happen. Instead, it's about tuning in, like adjusting a radio dial to the right frequency. These beings or energies exist in a space that's subtle, quieter than the noise of daily life, but they are there. It starts with awareness. When you pause and quiet your mind, you create space. And in that space, you begin to sense the world differently. Maybe it's a flicker of insight during meditation or an unexplainable comfort that washes over you when you're alone in nature. These are moments when the connection is already happening. You're just learning to recognize it. One of the most profound ways to connect is through intention. When you approach with curiosity and respect, it's like opening a door. You might feel a response in the form of synchronicities, an unexpected solution to a problem, or even the sense that you're not alone. These aren't coincidences, they're the language of these intelligences, subtle but clear if you're paying attention. And you don't have to see or hear them to know they're there. Not everyone will experience visions or voices. For some, It's more like a gut feeling or a quiet understanding that seems to come from somewhere beyond yourself. That's still communication. It's also important to trust what you feel. Doubt is natural, but overthinking can block the flow. Treat it like an experiment. Be open, stay curious, and see what unfolds. Ultimately, it's not about proving they exist or getting direct answers to every question. It's about building a relationship, one based on mutual respect and awareness. The more you practice connecting, the more you'll notice their presence in ways that feel deeply personal and undeniable.